for this particular class, we would be seeing how to create an app using Django. We shall also be seeing how to log into the Django admin. We will also be trying to see how to create a database and connect to it, and how to render a particular view. So let's do it. So what I'm going to be doing over here is I'm going to load my terminal. So after loading my terminal, I'll be creating a particular folder. See, the name of my folder is going to be website. All right. So on my desktop, I just create a new folder and I rename that folder as my website. Okay. After I do this, I see that there is nothing in it, right? So okay, so I have created a folder with the name my website. Now inside this particular folder, what I would be doing is I would be creating my main project. All right. So for that main project, say the name of that main project of mine is going to be MIS portal, whatever, some portal. All right. So what I do is I have to first navigate into my that particular folder which I've created, that my website. So I will just say cd and navigate into it. Okay, it says not allowed, so I think I have to go to desktop. Okay, and then I say my website, right? Okay, so I have navigated into my website. That is my folder, and in that folder, right, whenever I am trying to work with Django, I am supposed to be creating an environment, right? So for that, I'm going to install pip3. I have to install an environment. So because my version is already of that level, I will say pip3 install pipenv. All right, so it gives me certain things, and then I have to install Django. So I will say in that environment, I'll be saying pip environment install Django. I'm also going to be using the REST framework, so I'm going to say Django REST framework. All right, make sure you don't make any spelling mistakes. Then Django, I'm going to be using the Nox. All right, so all this I'll be installing. All right, so it says they successfully created virtual environment. It installs all of this. Now whatever project, now the folder name is my website. Whatever name of the project you will be doing or giving, you will have to say Django hyphen admin, name of your project. Say the name of my project is say for example BE. Okay, so I'll say start project. Okay, Django admin start project, and I will say, for example, let's not say B, let's say name of the project is portal. Okay, so it's a portal, name of my project is portal. So after this is done, if you see over here, I have the portal project, the portal folder created. If I go inside this, there is another portal and manage.py. Okay, that means it's got successfully created. So once you have done that, you have to go and check for the manage.py. Now navigate into that particular folder. All right, so I will say cd portal. All right, now in this portal I can create as many apps that I want. All right, I can create as many apps that I want. For example, let me just create one app which says let's say student app. Okay, so in this particular thing, to create a student app, I will say python 3 manage.py. all right, and the command is start app, and the name of my app is student app. All right, so okay, now that's what I've done. So let's see if that app has got created. So let me go into the portal and check. Yes, there is a student app that's got created. All right, once that app has got created, now what I will have to do is I'll have to open up the settings. So I will do this. I'll open Sublime, that's my editor. I'll go to file, I'll go to open, and I'll go to my desktop, and I will say my website and open. Now over here I have portal, but that's not where uh, I'll have to open up the settings of that, and in that settings right over here I'll have to put the name of my app. The name of my app that I have now created is student app, and then put a comma. I will also have to put in the Django REST framework. I'll take my settings from here. I will have to use, where did that go? Okay, I'll just take some help from here. So here I have the settings, so I will have to install this REST framework also. Okay, so I put the name of my file, that is the app, and I have put the Django REST, the REST framework also. So you'll have to do that. You'll have to go to the settings.py and put in the name of the app in the installed apps. You have to do this changings in the settings file and use the REST framework. Whatever is the name of your the project that you're using, right, that is this portal, that automatically gets created over here. The database they are using is SQLite over here. I just say file, save to this settings file. Now say that you want to go ahead and create a database kind of a thing, right? So I go to this student app. I go to the student app, and wherever I'll be creating a database, that place is over here, that is called as models.py. In this models.py you will have to create all your models, or you will have to create something that is like your database. All right, so let me just go here and I'll pick up this model that I have over here. I'll say copy, and I will insert it over here. So if you see over here, from Django.database import models, I have created one model which is student MIS, that has first name, last name and age. There is one more database which is question, which has question text and publication date. There is one more database which is choice, which has question, choice text and votes. The kind of field is mentioned over here: character field, integer field, character field, date time field, foreign key, then character field, integer field, all that is here. So make sure you save it, so your models are also in place. This is exactly where you write like something called as your database model. Now what we do is, once that is done, okay, let's follow some commands. Once that is done, you go back to your CMD, and in your CMD what you do is you type this command python 3 manage.py make migrations and the name of the app, student app. Okay, so if everything has gone fine, right, whatever databases you had created in the model should come up over here: question, student MIS, choice. Once that is done, again you type python 3, then you say manage.py, okay, SQL migrate, okay, then the name of your app, student app 001, because that is the one which has got created. I'll show you where it's got created. So it shows you a database kind of a thing on your screen. Once all that is done, then you say python 3 manage dot py, okay, migrate. That means all the changes that you're doing, you're letting it get affected. Okay, now once this is done, I'll just say to run and check what's happening. I'll say python 3 manage.py run server. Okay, so I have got this URL. I'll copy it and I will say open URL. That means everything that I did in Django, I mean the setup, has worked fine. Now we'll go into the admin. In this admin portal, I had initially created a super user, okay, with the help of a certain command, and it had a certain username and password. So the username was Megha and there was a password. So I log in. Let me check what was the username. Yeah, so it was okay, and I'll try to log in. It's not letting me log in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll create, now since it's not working, I'll use a particular way. I will ask it to create a super user. Okay, to create a super user, I will say, without creating the super user, it's not letting me enter. Okay, so let me just try that. Super user, so there's a command which says create super user. I've done this, but I'll just run through it. Okay, so it's python 3 manage.py create super user. Again it's giving me an error. Unknown command create. Okay, I think it is one full word. Let me just check. Yes, so create super user one full word. So it's like leave blank to use Megha. So I will leave a blank. And email address I put, okay, password, okay, put some password. Anyway, I'll say yes. So I'll write it down just so that I don't forget. Okay, now now that my super user is created, I'll just try running it again and open that again. Open URL, okay, and say admin. So I have come to a portal of Django administration. Okay, now you see over here I've come to the Django administration page. I can see something like authentication, authorization, groups. I can add some groups if I want. I can add some users if I want. Already existing user is myself, alright. Then over here I can set a super user. I can set staff status. I can add users. Django allows me to do that, alright. I can say view site. This is going to take me to the site. However, if you notice over there that I had created these databases, right, like student MIS, question, choice, it's not reflecting over there. Now to do that, I will go to this admin.py, and in this admin.py I will register all my databases. Now how to do that? So since I've already done it over here, I'll pick it up from here. I'll just copy paste it. I'll come here and I will say, so from django.contrib import admin, okay, only importing question choice. I will also import student MIS and something like this, command C. I'll have to register it, only then will it pop up over there. So you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Say student MIS. Okay, we'll save it. Alright, now quit the server and run it again. Okay, now that I've quit the server and run it again, let me try what happens. Now you see they have all got added over here, right? So you know what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on this and I'm going to say add student MIS. So F name, L name, age. Now if you see over here, it was in models F name, L name, age, right? In question it was question text. So I'm getting all those features there, and I can add also. So I can say Mega, I can say Nayak, and I can say age. I can even select, okay, so I can directly say 100, and I can say save and add another. So that way I have, kind of added data also into my database, right? So if you want to go and check where it has got added, now let me just show you. Now if I go to my settings, right, settings, if I go to my settings over here, the database that I'm using is an SQLite. So on my desktop, on my system, I have the SQLite database. I will have to open it and check whether this has gone into my database. So you can do that and you can check. If you're using some other database like SQL or something like that, you will have to do the changes over here. Okay, kindly take care of that. Yes. So that's about it for